sprung, even though it is still cold in South Africa and it is October. So we don't know what's going on in terms of the weather. September was bad. October, it's still bad. It's just the beginning. Are we hopeful? No, because September was supposed to be motherfucking hot. It was not. Other than that, it is spring to us South African girlies and boys that love reading. I just wanted to come here and give y'all a spring book recommendations because I haven't been seeing any everywhere. Like, I've looked. Not that I haven't been seeing any, just that the ones I've been seeing were like, yeah, it's not giving. Like, where's the others? So I just wanted to make my own and be like, here are some spring book recommendations that I feel gave me the spring vibes and that I still want to read this spring. So some of them I do not know because I haven't read before, but then just because of the cover and what I read from the blurb, they are giving spring. But we're gonna start off with the ones that I've already read and felt like, yeah, you're my spring book. You are meant for spring. So without further ado, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have anything to say. Remember, constructive criticism. I repeat, constructive criticism. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have these little 7 books over here that I've read all throughout the year that I feel give me, oh, not 7, 6 books that I've read throughout the year that are giving spring vibes. And we're just going to talk about them real quick without giving spoilers, of course. The first one we have is Better Than the Movie by Lynn Painter. This is a YA fake dating trope. In this book, we meet Liz, who is a hopeless romantic who believes in every love story out there. She is currently in high school, and one day while walking down the halls, she sees her childhood crush who moved away but now is back. His name is Michael. So now Liz starts to dream of the perfect happily ever after with Michael because she believes he is the one meant for her. So she is a Delulu girl, right? She does not know this guy, but she's already planning the wedding, the kids, their names, everything. The whole their whole lives is mapped out in her head, and all she needs to do is convince Michael that they're meant to be. The problem is Michael is kind of talking to someone else and doesn't see her in that way. He still sees her as this kid I used to like hang out with as children, the one that used to be weird and play on her own. So now she has to convince Michael that, nah, I'm grown now, like I've changed. And so she requests the help of Wes, her next door neighbor, who they're sort of like enemies. It wasn't giving enemies, but they are enemies. And now they decide that, okay, fine, let's fake date, because then I think Michael will see that, okay, fine, I am actually grown up and I'm starting to date. And so I'm no longer that kid anymore. So this just takes us on Liz's journey with Wes and how together they just want to make up a plan to get Michael to believe that he is meant for Liz. During all this, Wes also agrees to help Liz only because there's something in it for him as well. And so he's like, okay, fine, I'll do this if you agree to these certain terms and what I want. It's cute, it is fluffy. Certain parts of this book did make me cry because it does address matters of grief and just living with it as you are growing older. So do actually watch out for that. Those are the parts that actually got me in this book. Other than that, it wasn't a bad read, but it wasn't a bad read because if it was, I would not be recommending it. Just so you know, the chapters are long, but is it worth it? It was a good read, so it is definitely worth it. The second book I'd recommend is Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. This is it's not even fake dating. What is it? I don't know. It's giving enemies to lovers. I don't know. They were supposed to be a one-night stand. They weren't even a one-night stand. He left her stranded, I might even say. So she wants a love marriage like her parents, a true love relationship and not an arranged marriage. But because of certain circumstances, let me see if it's here. Yeah, those circumstances being her father wants to sell her mother's house and move on. She's like, I'll buy you out. But then he's like, I don't want you to buy me out. I want you to get engaged. And so she needs to find a husband within, I think, 4 months. Yeah, that period of 4 months, she needs to get engaged. And then her father will literally give her the house. And then we are introduced to Dr. Dill. He is a literal doctor that does not believe in love. He believes that there can be a relationship without having those emotions. Like attraction, physical attraction can sustain a relationship. You don't need to fall in love with a person or get to know the person. Physical attraction maintains a relationship. And so with their different views on love, she does not see a relationship with him. She does not even see him being a potential at all. But he's like, I'm also in the same boat. I need money to fund something. I need money for something. And my family was like, they'll give me money if I get engaged. And you're in the same boat. So why don't we just get together? And she's like, no, you don't believe in love. And he's like, yeah, love is not a thing in relationships. So we don't need that. And I can prove that to you. The more they spend time together, the more they realize that, okay, there might be something there. There might be something there. This was a 5-star read for me. And this was my first Nisha Sharma book. Highly recommend. Loved it. And look at this. I definitely would recommend you buy the physical copy because of the floppiness. And look at this cover. It's so pretty. The thing, this is not a YA book. This book contains smut. A lot of smut. Not even a lot, just the extent of it. You know, like it can contain 2 smut scenes, but then it's like the content in that smut scene. Yeah, this contains heavy smut scenes. So if you're not into that, you could still read it even if you're not into it. I think it was like 2 chapters or something. 2 or 3, not sure. So you could still skip that part and carry on with the book. You will still understand it. You will not be missing anything. You will still love this. So if you take one recommendation from me out of this entire video or these entire books I'm going to show you, this better be it, or this better be a part of that. Yeah. The next book I'm going to recommend is a YA fantasy, which is called Caraval. This is the first book in the Caraval series. This series consists of 3 books, which are Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. So this one was giving circus meets magic. So these 2 people forgot their names, Aisaku names, are invited to join this magical circus so that they could have their dreams come true. But they are actually looking for someone, and during all of this, during all the magic, during all the mishap, you have to remember nothing is real. And I'm saying this because one point in this book, not even one point, a lot of times in this book, I felt like everything was real. Like I forgot that, oh wait, no, it's just a game. Nothing is real. This was my first YA fantasy book. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. I think this was a 4-star read. The third book was my favorite. The third book in the series was my favorite, which was a 5-star read. It was Finale. Highly recommend. You are going to enjoy this book. And this is the first book I thought of when I thought of spring. Like, in all honesty, the fantasy, impeccable. The second YA fantasy book I'm going to recommend actually is interconnected with Caraval. So after reading Caraval, you should read this one. But then you're not like forced to. It is a choice on whether you want to start with this one or start with Caraval first. Either one is still perfectly fine. And the book in question is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Now this story follows Jack, the Prince of Hearts. Now if you've actually read Caraval first, you will know where Jack comes into play from here. So he goes from the second book and the third book in this series to here, where he gets his own books. And this is where we meet him and Evangeline. Evangeline is trying to save the love of his life. Like, love of her life is forced to marry Evangeline's stepsister. And so she is looking for ways to actually break off the engagement to be with him. But then now there's no other option than Jack, the Prince of Hearts. She finds him, makes a deal with him, but everything is not as it seems because Jack is a man of tricks. Because of those tricks, certain things happen and she gets pulled into a world she could not imagine. A world of fairy tale, of magic, of kings and queens, of her being a part of all of that and still trying to figure out her destiny, her true love, and just, I guess, a girl wants to fall in love. This is the first book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. This is the only book I read in the entire series. I thought it's important I say that. This is the only book I'm recommending in the entire series because this is the only one I've actually read. We got that clear, right? Yeah, okay. And then the fourth book, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth book I'm going to recommend is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Ooh, this book was everything it needed to be. It was giving magic. It was giving fairy tale. It was giving heartache, depression at the same time, loneliness. So we come across a girl named Addie who makes a deal with the devil, but the devil never plays fair. And due to this, when she makes a deal, she does not know that, okay, fine, you're making a deal with me and this is how it's gonna go. She wants to be invisible. He never agrees to her wish, but then this time he does not tell her, no one will remember you. Not your family, not your siblings, not your friends, not your neighbors. No one will remember you. She lives for 300 years with no one remembering her. She meets people that she feels like she has a connection with, but then that's only temporary, because as soon as they turn around or as soon as they wake up, they will never remember her until 3 years have passed, 300 years have passed, and there's someone that actually remembers her. And so she finally meets someone who does not forget her, and it just takes us on a journey of before her life, before being how she lived when she was invisible to everyone, not even invisible, people could not remember her, and after being her life now that she's met someone who does remember her. Heartbreaking, loved it, loved every minute, easy to get into. It is sort of fantasy. Yeah, it is fantasy because the devil cursed you. So yeah, would recommend. And pretty cover. Yep. The last spring book that I would recommend is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. Elena. Sorry if I butcher the name. Don't know how to pronounce it. So this is a fake dating trope. It is not YA. There are spicy scenes in here, but basically she needs a date to her sister's wedding. She just broke up with her ex, and so this is her not boss but co-worker, and he agrees to actually be her fake date. Turns out along the way, this is a spoiler, like he knows little things about her. Like he knows little cute ass details about her. Then she's like, wait, I thought we hated each other. She's grumpy, he's sunshine, everybody adores him. Everyone is like not even scared of her, but more like, okay, fine, that's her, I'll keep my distance type of romance, type of interaction. Loved every minute of this book. I always recommend this book for people that want to get into reading, that want to get into spicy books. Yeah, this was a 5-star read for me. Read this last year but still thinking about it till today. 5-star read for me. Yay. And now these are the books that I feel like I want to read this spring that will give me spring vibes, or might not, I don't know, we shall see. The first one are like the Heartstopper series. I don't know why, but this is a graphic thingy. What is it? A graphic something novel. I don't even know. It's a graphic novel or what it's called. But yeah, I got the first volume and the 4th volume. I will get in the 2nd and 3rd one. I heard the 5th or 6th one is coming out during this year. I'm not sure, but yeah. I don't know what this is about. But at the back it says, boy meets boy, boy becomes friends, boy falls in love. They're so cute. And there's a Netflix series out for this entire series. So cannot wait to read these ones. And the next book I want to read is an Emily Henry book. Well, any Emily Henry book, because people say like Emily Henry gives spring vibes, spring summer vibes, Emily Henry. So I will be reading Beach Read, even though I think this one is giving summer vibes because it's Beach Read, but then I will be reading to find out. It's either this one or Funny Story, but Happy Place was not giving spring, it was giving summer, most definitely summer, so that's why I did not add it to the collection. But I want to read this one this spring just to get a feel of it. Plus I said I wanted to start my Emily Henry journey. This is where we're gonna start. I've already started with Happy Place, but then we're gonna start from like the onset number 1. yeah. And the next book I want to read is The Deal by Ellie Kennedy, which is the first book in the Off-Campus series. Everyone adores the series. I have not read or seen a bad review on this one. I don't know if my TikTok is trying to play tricks on me or is forcing me to read this book, but well done TikTok, because I bought it and I'm going to read it. This is it's not dark romance. Why am I thinking it's a dark romance? It is a spicy hockey romance. I've never read a hockey romance. It's my first time. So if this is bad, it will literally be a repellent to all hockey romances. So fingers crossed that it's good, but everyone that I know keeps saying this was an amazing read. Plus I saw they kind of making a movie or a series out of this, so gotta read the book before I watch the movie or series. Yeah. And then the last book, or second last book that I want to read, actually, because I see there's another one here that I'm like, okay, we're gonna read you for spring because I want to know what the hype is about. That book is A Not So Meet Cute. All I know is this is fake dating. And one thing y'all should know about me, as much as I love dark romance, I love fake dating. So plus the cover is so pretty. Like, remember, let me show you, wait, the second book. Y'all were like, people on the covers, yeah. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous both of them are. Told y'all. And they both have people on the cover. Like, this is the first one. Look at this. This is the second one. I don't mind. This is how they look. I don't mind. These colors are gorgeous compared to y'all cartoon covers. So yeah. Oh, actually, I might end up reading the both of them because it's part of a series. So might as well just add it to the pile of spring books that I want to read. Don't know what. This is fake dating. This is what? One bed. It's a one bed trope. I'm reading it this spring. Whether it is a spring read or not, I will be reading it. I will let y'all know. And the last book I want to check out this spring is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Now, I have not read any of Kennedy Ryan's books, but the way this book has, if you're on Book Talk, like the way this book has been circulating, like if you have not seen this book, then I don't know which Book Talk you're on. Fix your Book Talk, fix your algorithm. But this book has been everywhere, and people loved this book. People are still talking about this book. People can't shut up about this book, and because of that, I will be joining people as well. Yeah, it's like follow the leader. It's giving that vibe. But anyways, I don't know what this even is about. I think it's about soulmates, and then they break up. Their love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after a devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah, I don't know, found that love had its limit. It couldn't save their marriage. They were married. Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she's finally starting to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm. Co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. They did get a divorce, yet like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other, and now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of each other. One stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot, it's good until it starts to hurt again. As old wounds reopen, Josiah and Yasmin wonder if it is too late for them to find forever, or could they be even better the second time around, the second chance romance. And I hope they find their way back to each other. Emily Henry commented, heart searing, sensual, and life affirming. Talia Hibbert, breathtaking, gut wrenching. Christina Lauren, spectacular. Colin Hoover, raw, real, magnificent. This just got bumped up to number 1 of my reads for spring, and I haven't even done a October TBR. This right here might be it. But anyways, thank you for sticking till the very end of the video. Have a blessed week. Mwah. See you next time.